or whatever it is you're using. Oh, we've got balls, look at that, liking this. Okay, so from here we're going to have those feet just hip distance apart. So if you don't have a ball for purposes of the video, then grab a cushion and do the same thing. So we're going to start with a little hinge. So I want you to send your hips backwards, draw your ribs in, keep your back straight, keep your shoulder blades down, and just squeeze the ball. And then exhale to come back. Okay, so we're just going to take this little lean, sending those hips backwards. If you need to bend your knees to help you out, then bend your knees and exhale as you come up. You're trying to get that nice straight back. You're just going to keep going for me. Cool. So we've got this little lean with soft knees, straight back, shoulders down, and exhale as you come up to the top. Amazing, and we're going to go for one more here. So we're taking our little lean forward, and then we're exhaling, coming up. From there, just drop those shoulders down nice and wide, draw your ribs in, and we're going to bring the arms up. So from here, as you exhale, come over to the side, take an in-breath, exhale, come back up. So keep pressure on your ball. So we exhale to come over, we inhale, and then we exhale back up. So we're just popping over to the side, not too far. Inhale, back up we go. That gentle squeeze on the ball. Over we go for that stretch in the ribs. Back up to the top. We're going to go 2 more times. Have a little bit of softness in the knees. Feel the connection between all 10 toes and the mat. And think about the length through the spine. So we exhale over, inhale here, and then back up to the top we do. We're going to bring the ball between our legs. So squeezing in those thighs. And I'm bringing my feet slightly closer just so I can get a really good squeeze without my knees dropping inwards. Okay, so I want you to get those inner thighs working. Shoulders getting down, those ribs are in. We inhale, sending the hips backwards, still squeezing the ball. We exhale, come up, rise, push back with the arms. So we're going to inhale, come down, allow the arms to just float up. And then think about pushing through deep water. So we're using the triceps and the back of the arms as we come up and we rise. So inhale down into your squat, keeping your ribs in, your shoulders away from you as exhale. Up we come, push back. Lovely. So we're inhaling down, and then we exhale, feeling that work on that rise. We're going to inhale down, and then exhale up, keeping the length through the crown of the head, trying to maintain stability through the ankles. And one more here, inhale down, and then we exhale, up to the top. Okay, our ball is going to be something that you want to pick up off the floor. Okay, so this is going to be our heavy object, baby, book, whatever you want it to be. So we're going to take a step forward, we're going to come down to the floor, and we're going to place it down. Okay, so I've popped it on the floor, I'm not holding it. Then we're going to scoop back up, going to exhale, bring yourself back, and then step your feet together. So now you don't have to go super wide with your legs. So if you didn't like the super wide version, then we're going to take this little step backwards, bend both knees, come down to the floor, drop. We're going to exhale, scoop up, push back up, step together. I don't mind if you step forwards or backwards. I'm kind of alternating it because, you know, it's what we do in life, isn't it? So we come down, and then we're just practicing that. Exhale, find pelvic floor, find lower abdominals as you come back up. So we're going to come forwards or backwards step, down to the floor, exhale, as you come up. That's it. It's all great practice for picking things up, coming up and down to the floor unaided. So we exhale, pelvic floor, lower abdominals as far as we come up. We're going to go curtsy. We're going to just squeeze your ball with your elbows out to the side. Drop your shoulders level through crown of head. The hands do nothing more. We've just got this little bit of tension helping to keep our shoulder blades in place. And then with our feet, I'm keeping my right foot connected to the mat. I'm going to cross my left foot behind me. Now for me specifically, I like to really poke my ribs out here. So I'm going to keep you to just draw on your ribs. Bend both knees as you come towards the floor. You don't have to come all the way down. Exhale as you come up and step back. We're going the other way. So cross the legs, the ribs are in, the spine is tall. We inhale coming down halfway or all the way. We exhale up and we step back. So cross over. Come down into your curtsy, still squeezing the ball, shoulder blades down, exhale, standing up, and back we come. Cross the legs, we inhale down, we exhale, pull that side's harder, and then back we come. Okay, let's just do a couple more here. So this is one-sided glute work. So you've got one bum cheek working harder than the other. We're also practicing getting that pelvic floor and lower abdominals to fire on the way up. We're going to go one more time each way. So we cross, we come down, we exhale up, we step back. Final one. We cross, down, exhale up, and back. Okay. From there, bring yourself down to kneeling, but you're going to roll the ball down your thighs. So shoulder blades are nice and open, feet are facing forward. We just draw the head down, start tucking the ribs in, just rolling down the legs. Keeping nicely tucked in. Take a stretch down the bottom. Feel that length through the back of the legs, dropping and relaxing the head as much as you can. If you need to soften your knees, then do. It is Monday morning. And then we're going to bend our knees and come to kneeling. So, just tuck that down tight. From here, we are going to take the ball, just place it on the back of your knees. Okay, so this exercise, again, is all about getting pelvic floor and lower abdominals to fire as we come up. It's like if you were coming out of a chair. So your movement pattern is going to be, the ribs are in, we're nice and tall. We inhale coming back, we squeeze the ball, we exhale, coming up to the top. A little bit like a squat, because that's kind of what it is. So we inhale back, we squeeze the ball, we exhale, up the top. So you've got that little bit of feedback from the ball. So we inhale, and remember if you don't have a ball, you use a cushion. Nice plumped up cushion. So we inhale. And for those of you locally who want a ball, I have got 5 turned up at the weekend, so I have some in stock. That's it. So we inhale, coming back, we're sitting onto the ball, exhale. Feel that engagement through the core. One last one here. Inhale, exhale, up. Perfect. I'm liking the crawling baby. Right, so from here, you're going to take your ball in a slightly different position. I'm just going to move my mat very slightly. So, we are going to take, move my mat the wrong way. The ball is going to go underneath your mid-back. So if you think bra strap area, that's where we're going. So it's going to come here. And then whilst you're there, I want you to just rock your pelvis into the neutral position. Make sure your feet are in line with your hip bones and your feet. You're going to then support your head and probably your neck's feeling it a little bit now. So make your neck really long Think about your head being heavy in your hands. We're going backwards. So we're going to inhale here. As you exhale, drop your head backwards. Feel the stretch in your spine. And then we exhale up to the top. So I know it feels like a sit-up, but it's not. So we're keeping the back of the pelvis heavy. We're taking that stretch, and then we're just coming back to our starting position. For those of you who can do sit-ups, you can come a little bit higher and do a little crunch if you want. So Joy and Victoria, if you want to, feel free to. But everybody else, let's just keep it coming back to our normal starting position. So we're just going to come backwards over the ball. Feel that lovely stretch. And then back up. And as you bring yourself up, try and keep these thighs in the same distance apart. Make sure we're not swinging through the pelvis. That's it. We're going to add a little arm circle into this. So take a watch. So I'm going to have my arms just in front of me. So I've got my hands just by my knees. I'm going to take my arms back. And then I'm going to circle them around. Try not to hit my television screen. And bring myself back. Okay? So this circle does not have to be very big. So just judge for you what feels right. So we're doing this circle around. And then bringing the head back up again. You're just going to do a couple of circles. Now, if as you bring your head up, you're feeling it in your neck, try and think about drawing your ribs in a little bit more on the way up. So we come back, take that circle, curl those ribs in towards you. You're just going to do one last circle with those arms. Coming back, circle, 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 circle the arms, and bring the head up. Amazing. Now take the ball away. Take it slightly further back. We're going to bring our heads onto the ball. So the ball's now going to become your cushion. Because we discovered recently how nice it feels to have your head on the ball. Again, if you don't like it, then replace with a cushion. But it does feel quite nice. A little bit like being on a waterbed in my mind. So anyway, we've got the ribs in, we've got the pelvis back in neutral. We're going to reach through our arms, gently push them into the floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, keep the pelvis super heavy, go into your single knee fold. And then just float that leg back down. So we're going to exhale, coming into that single knee fold, and then back down you come. That's it. Just go for a couple more. I'm going to give you a little series. And we're going to do this series lying here, and then we're going to do this series lying on the ball. And you're just going to see the difference. By the time you do it on the ball, you'll be nice and warm. So we're going to exhale, float that leg up, bring it back down. Good. Just one more each way. And last one here. Hold that leg. We've got one leg lifted. Bring your opposite arm up. Just drop your shoulder blade. Have your fingers towards the ceiling. Inhale into the ribs to prepare. As you exhale, reach your leg away, reach your arm back. Feel pelvic floor, lower abdominals responding, and then come back. So don't take that leg super low. Just think about straightening the knee. We take arm away, leg away. So basically both of your thighs end up in line. So we exhale, arm, leg away and leg away. That's it, really nice. Just checking in on your ribs and your lower back, that they're not arching away from the floor. And one more here. And then put that arm and leg down, let's switch to the other side. So we're going to go opposite leg, opposite arm, come up. We take an inhale. We exhale, we straighten the knee, we take the arm back. And up we come. So we're going to exhale. Good. Try and really stretch through your knee. If you can't fully straighten your leg, don't worry, but just try and get that bit of a stretch through the back of the leg. Lovely. 2 more to go. So we exhale, we feel that engagement through pelvic floor and lower abdominals. And we're going for one last one. Great, put both feet down on the floor. We're just going to do a little knee drop. So you can bring your feet together now. As you exhale, we're going to drop one leg out to the side and then draw back in. So you're keeping one leg still, drop the other leg out, and back we come. Those dinosaurs on your leggings. Amazing. So drop the leg out, and back we come. Good. Stay cemented through the back of the pelvis. Going to do one more on each side. We've got just a final one here. Now we're going to take the ball away and we're going to put the ball underneath our sacrum. Okay? So the big bony bit right at the very base of your spine. That's where we're going for. Ball is going to go there, so we're going to lie on it. Now, you don't want it to be under that curve in your lower back, you want it to be slightly lower, and again, you don't want to feel like your bum is about to, you don't want to feel like it's just under your bum, so it's in that midpoint. So from here, just breathe and settle and feel some kind of sense of stability. So obviously you're not stable, and that is the point. So when we put ourselves on an unstable surface, our core automatically has to work a little bit more. So I'm already feeling that my core is fired up. So we're reaching our arms away from us, and we're just going to push through the backs of our arms into the floor to help keep our shoulders open and also to provide us with extra support. Nice big inhale. As you exhale, single knee fold here. So we're going to exhale, single knee fold, and then let that foot just come down. So we exhale to lift the foot, and then we just float it back down. So pushing through, we're using the backs of the arms for stability. That's it, good. And we're still doing this thing of keeping those ribs in. Exhale to lift, and an inhale down. Lovely. Keeping the hips as level and stable as you can as well. We're just going to do one more each way. Now hold this leg up. Just hold it. We're going to lift the opposite arm. So we're going to exhale, lift and lower. Keep the leg still for now. So we're going to exhale, float the arm up. Keeping hold of lower abdominals and pelvic floor. So exhale, float the arm up. And down we come. And float the arm up. Now we're going to add in our legs. So bring the arm up and hold. That's it, have a nice shoulder is down. Inhale here. Now your leg stretch might be smaller, so I'm actually taking my leg more up towards the ceiling. Okay? So exhale, reach the leg, make sure you cannot feel that pulling in your lower back. So if you can, go straight up in the air with the leg. Think about it being a hamstring stretch. Keeping the back of the pelvis nice and stable, drawing in through pelvic floor and lower tummy muscles. So we exhale, we reach the leg, and let's just do one last leg reach. Bring the legs down, we're going on the other side. So single knee fold on the other side and just hold it there. Get your stability, take an inhale, exhale, lift the arm and replace the arm back on the mat. So we're keeping that leg still, but exhaling, lifting the arm, very nice. Joy, bring your knees slightly closer to your chest, other way. That's it, so exhale, float the arm, and back we come. And one side always feels more wobbly than the other. I'm just letting you know that. So now we're going to bring the arm up and hold it. just stretch the leg. That would be fine as well. 2 more here. Amazing. And one final one. Bring your arm and your leg down. Bring yourself off your ball. It will suddenly feel nice underneath your back. Place the ball between your knees. Give it a good old squish and squeeze between your knees. And then again, we're going to reach the arms down on the floor. So as we exhale, we're going to tilt through the pelvis. We're going to keep squeezing the knees. Try and use both bum cheeks equally and bring ourselves up into our bridge with our feet still facing forward. Take a nice big inhale and then slowly bring yourself back down to the mat, one piece at a time. You come down slowly, 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 slowly. We're still squeezing the ball. Put pressure back on the ball because you've probably let go a little bit, and then we're going to exhale, keep squeezing the ball, keep squeezing the ball, keep squeezing the ball. Use your glutes, bring yourself up as high as you can with your ribs in and your bum working, breath in, and then slow it down on your way back down. Just think, have you got equal pressure over each side of your body? You probably haven't. So I'm just noticing that I feel like I'm leaning slightly to one side. So it's an exhale, probably because I'm looking at the screen actually. So you're going to exhale and come up. Use both sides equally. Squeeze the ball. Breath in and then slowly come down. You're trying to stay nice and even as you go. That's it. Take that breath in at the top. So Victoria, I think you need to squeeze your left side in a bit more. Yeah, it might be your inner thigh on the left. Good. Alex's Pilates session is reminding me a lot of my Pilates sessions. Cat, baby, it's all going on. Looking really good. Just going to go for one more of those. Okay, so bringing yourself down, we are going to come over onto our sides. We've got a really nice pec stretch. So for that kind of rounded shoulder position that we tend to get ourselves into. So we're going to take the ball again underneath your head. Those of you who've done antenatal classes recently will know this one from there. So we're going to have the ribs in towards us, making sure that we feel that we're against the wall. So we've got this straightness through the spine and this length through the waist, so you should be able to fit. So find that there's some space underneath your rib cage and the mat. Our hands are one on top of the other, our shoulder blades are down. Find your core now. So we want pelvic floor and lower abs to be switched on, and then we're going to open our top arm. Now we're going to drop it out to the side and make sure you keep your shoulder blades stabilised in place and your hips one on top of the other. And then back we come. So it's an exhale as you open your arm, keeping your hips pushing forward. So usually in most Pilates exercises there's this sense of opposition. So as we drop the arm one way, we're trying to keep the hips pushing the other way. And back we come. We're also getting this nice sense of openness into the front of the shoulders, which pretty much all of us need. So we exhale, we open, we use the core to hold us stable, and let's go for one more. Now you're going to take your arm, So we're going to draw the ribs in again, have that nice long waist. We're going for an oyster, so we're going to open, but I mean, I literally can't open my legs any more than that, so my ball's going to be okay. And we come down and we give it a really good squeeze. So we want to get the outside of the thigh and the bum working as we open, but the hips stay level and against the wall, and we come down and really squeeze it. So our breathing. Going to exhale to open. Inhale part way down. And then exhale for that really big grip to squeeze. Actually, no, let's inhale to open and exhale to squeeze. Because we definitely need this exhale and squeeze. So we're going to inhale to open, exhale, come down, squeeze. Think about that lift through pelvic floor as you're doing that squeeze. If at any point you feel more comfortable holding the ball so it doesn't roll away, then you can keep fingertips on it. Inhaling to open and then down we come to squeeze. I don't know why mine's being so well behaved. Normally I always lose the ball with this one. Let's go for two more here. So we're opening. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And the last one here. Amazing. Right, let's just take the ball. We don't need it for this next one. So we're going to keep our bottom leg bent. Oh, hello, I've got a water bottle. Straighten your top leg. Again, the ribs are in. We're nice and long. The shoulder blades are down. Okay, so when I said you didn't need the ball, I lied. You need it in your other hand. So we're going to bring this hand overhead. And now as you exhale, we're going to kick up, bringing our hand towards our leg and our leg towards our hands. And then down we come. And we're going to try not to sink into the mat as we do so. So we're going to exhale. And we're aiming to touch, but we might not. Okay, so it's an exhale. Really reach out of your hip socket. Get that length through your legs. Try not to sink into the mat through the waist. Exhale to kick up. And then back we come. That's it. So we exhale, we lengthen, we lengthen, we lengthen. We try not to sink into the mat. And we come down. We're going two more times. And just one more. And then just take the ball overhead, keep your leg nice and long. Keep your ribs in, tiny circles. We're going to go for 8, 7, I hate these circles, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. I know it's horrible. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the legs down. Why do these never get any easier? That's what I don't get. Like by now, I feel like I should be able to do those without it being a problem. Right, bring yourself just up to side seated for a little stretch to and from. A little bit of mermaid again, just to stretch out those sides. So just going to bring the arm over, think about those hips being heavy. Oh, delicious stretch there. And then just come down, bend the elbow, over we come. Inhale here, exhale, up we come. Flopping the arm over, taking that stretch. And then back down. And we're going to exhale all the way up and over. Back down. shoulder, just draw it away. So we've got our shoulder blades drawn down. Inhale, prepare. As you exhale, we're going to open that top arm, keeping the hips facing forward. You want to make sure that when you open your arm, you don't wrench through your shoulder. Okay, so it's just taking a lovely opening, keeping your shoulder blade down without it causing any pain. We're trying to work within our normal range. So we rotate, keeping the hips facing forward. Got this activation gently through the core, working more one side than the other. Back we come. That's it, hips stay forward. Lovely. Just the last couple of these. And let's go one more. We're going to go for that oyster. So if you place the ball between your knees, get your hand underneath the head again and ribs it in along through the waist. So we take our inhale to open the legs. We hope the ball stays there. We come down. Oh look, ball's going everywhere. And we do a squeeze. So we inhale to open. Exhale, squeeze, feeling engagement through pelvic floor as we squeeze on the ball. Oh, mine's gone. Inhale, open. Squeeze. Inhale to open and down and squeeze. That's it. Really good inner thigh and outer thigh exercise, this one. Let's just do two more. And a final one here. Oops. So now I'm going to take the ball overhead. We're going to straighten the top leg. I'm kicking the wall, so I'm just going to wriggle myself. So again, drawing the ribs, have this lift and length through the leg. Oops. Sorry, just pressed something on my laptop by accident. So now we're going to exhale to come up. And then that's how we come. So the ball comes to the leg, we try not to sink through our centre. We stay lengthened. If you can't bring your leg up very high, do not worry. We exhale, up we go. And then down. So it's an exhale. Squeezing up, trying not to sink through the waist. And back down. Lovely. Waist is staying long. Legs are staying long. Let's go for two more. And a final one. And then we're going to hold that leg up, hold the ball, 8 circles. We've got 8, 7, try not to move anything else in the body, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the leg down. Not so bad that side. Up for our little mermaid. So legs to the side. Thinking about having your bum cheeks quite heavy. Going to bring that arm up. Over we come. Flop the arm. And then we're going to come down, bend that bottom arm, and exhale. up, just check shoulder position. And think head is back against the wall. So try not to let that head drop forwards. That's nice there. And we're going to do a last one. Over and exhale up. Perfect. Okay, we're going to come back to lying, no, hands and knees first. Let's go hands and knees. Right, we're going to do thread the needle or use the ball. If you don't like using the ball, then just do it that. Okay? I quite like the ball because it makes me feel like I can just glide a little bit better. So we're in hands and knees, the back is in and neutral, the shoulders are down. We're going to have hand resting on the ball or it could be on the mat. You keep your hips where they are, so the hips stay still, and then you rotate away. So think about it, you're going to stretch from the waist, and you drop down. So I'm also feeling a stretch in my shoulder at that point, and then we come back up. We stay on the same side. So we're going to exhale, drop the head, rotate through the waist. Oh, feel that lovely stretch, dropping the head down, and then back up we come. Let's just check everyone's all right in that one. So rotate through the waist and back, keeping your hips where they are, but the head coming down towards the floor. Good. It's looking nice. We're going to add one extra little thing in. So same thing, we're going to reach and rotate. Again, as you come back up, take hold of your ball and rotate the other way. Again, trying to keep the hips still, so we rotate from the waist. So we drop the ball down, we reach underneath, we come back up, then from the waist, we rotate and open up. That's it. Just go two more. Coming down, reach from the waist, but also feel that lovely stretch in the shoulder. And then rotate, taking the head with you each time. One more here. Down we come, we reach. And then we exhale, we use the core to support us. So we just take that little rotation the other way. Switching to the other side. So hand is going to come on, the shoulder blades are down. So once again, we rotate through the waist, dropping that head. And then we're going to come up, rotate the other way. Oh, sorry, we'll do four without rotation. Never mind, we'll do four with and four without. So coming down, up, and rotate. So down we come, we take that nice reach, trying not to lean backwards through the hips. We come up and we rotate. One more like that, and then we're going to knock the rotation on the head. We come down. Okay, thanks Emma. Up we come. So now, rotating without that reach this time. Just take the rotation. Feels different, doesn't it, when suddenly you haven't got that extra brace in there? So focus on going a little bit further, you twist a bit more, you go a little bit lower. And one more here. Rotating. And then back up we come. Great stuff. Come to seated. So we're going to have our ball just in front of us. Alex will probably want to have your legs in more of a frog position. So we're going to take the legs out. You can have bent knees or straight legs, but be on your sitting bones. And then we're just going to roll forward, trying to keep your shoulder blades down. So think, lean forward from your hips and your waist, and then start to take this knee so you feel the stretch in your inner thighs. So you can have your legs straight or your legs bent, and then coming back up. So we want to lean forward from the hips first. So that first exercise we did where we leaned forward from the hips, and then you will start to round. That's it, and then rolling back up. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders the side. So take that inner thigh stretch, which I'm particularly rubbish at. Need someone like Faye to give you a good demonstration on this one. Couple of breaths in and out here. And we're going to finish with a set of cats to make us feel good for the day. So bring yourself over to hands and knees now. We've got hands under shoulders, knees underneath hips, shoulders down and wide. We're lengthening through the spine. We inhale here, as you exhale, you're going to tilt and round up through that lower back, belly button to ceiling, drop the head, breath in, and then bring yourself all the way back to neutral. So we take a breath in, we exhale, we tilt and round, send your belly button up to ceiling, really rounding that spine, dropping the head, breath in, and then back we come. Breathing in to prepare, exhale, rounding through that spine. Drop the head down to release a little bit more. And back we come. And let's just go for one final one here. So we exhale, tilt, and round and up we come. We drop the head, we take a breath in. And we come all the way back. Then sink back on your heels. Leave your arms in front. Take a breath in and out down the bottom here in the rest position. Think about letting go of the tension in your core now. And then you can slowly, in your own time, bring yourself up. And we are finished, ladies. We just go and switch us off over here.